Back at Fort Morgan High School here with give you the starting lineup here for the Weld Central Rebels. Bart Onyush, a 5'8 senior. Austin Bull, a 5'8 senior. Alan Lang, a 5'9 senior. Ben Troop, a 6'1 senior. And Dylan Galligan, a 6'6 junior. The Fort Morgan starting lineup is brought to you by Blowhorn Lumber at blowhornlumber.com. Browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Whether you're a contractor or painting your living room at Blowhorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Visit Blowhorn Lumber in Fort Morgan at 130 State Street. So tonight, the starting lineup for the Fort Morgan boys is Henry Weimer, a 6'5 senior.
Let's all give Travis Freeman a round of applause.
Eric Kimball, a 6'2 junior. Tony Swetzik, a 5'8 senior. Tate Kimball, a 6-foot freshman. And Wes Anderson is a 6'4 senior. The opening tip is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. With 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. So now Fort Morgan does control the tip. As Wes Anderson gets it back to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball down to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball from the free throw line, up and no good. First foul of the game will go on Henry Weimer. And that was as Galligan got the rebound. Weimer was on the back. Now full court pressure here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. As Fort Morgan, as Weld Central looks to get the ball up across half court with Lang. Off the Bull. Now the little jumper is going to be up and good by Austin Bull. So now Weld Central with full court pressure as Tate Kimball gets it down to Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson's pass is going to be over the head of Tony Swetzik and out of bounds. So first turnover by the Fort Morgan Mustangs now as Lang has possession of the ball. Now Fort Morgan looks to double team. It's going to be taken by Tate Kimball. Now to Tony Swetzik. Swetzik is going to be fouled on the shot. So Swetzik will go to the line to shoot 2. And I believe they gave that to number 12, Alan Lang. So that will be his first. So Tony Swetzik will go to the line to shoot 2. Swetzik's first shot is up and good. So Swetzik on the year from the free throw line is 77%. So see if he can make the first trip here 100%. Next one is up and also good by Swetzik. So we're tied here at 2 early in the first period. 7:07 to go in the first period. Now Weld Central gets the ball down court to Troop. He gets it back out to Bull. He's being guarded by Tate Kimball. Now back over to Pippin, who has come into the game for the Weld Central Rebels. He dribbles it. Now 3 from the left side is up and no good. Rebounded by Henry Weimer. Should have been a foul call there. It was knocked out of Weimer's hand, but no foul called. It was off of Weld Central. So Weld Central still to put on the full court pressure, and Swetzik looks to get it in. He gets it into Kimball in the left corner. Now to Anderson. Anderson cross court to Eric Kimball. Now to Tony Swetzik. Swetzik gets it off to Anderson on the left wing. Anderson underneath to Weimer. Now kicks it back out to Swetzik for a 3 from the left side off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Wes Anderson. His little right-handed hook is up and no good. Rebounded by Weld Central. As Bull looks to get it over to Arnish, who gets it over to Pippin. Now pass cross court. There's going to be a jump. Nice tie up there by Tate Kimball. So possession will stay with the Weld Central Rebels. We're tied here at 2. Now Bull from the 3 from the corner is up and no good. Rebounded by Wes Anderson. He gets it out to Tate Kimball, who gets it down to Tony Swetzik. Tony Swetzik gets it off to Eric Kimball from the right side. His little shot is up and no good. Tip is up, but they're going to call it no good. They're going to call it over the back. We'll see if that goes against Anderson. And that will go against Wes Anderson for his first. He went over the back to tip that ball in. Now ball cross court to Pippin. Pippin now out to Arnish. Arnish kicks it back out to Bull. Bull back to Arnish. As the Rebels look to pass the ball around, looking for an opening underneath. They continue to pass the ball around. Troop for a 3 from straight on. It's off the backboard and in for Troop. So now Fort Morgan with the ball, gets the ball to Swetzik. They still have the full court press. Now to Anderson. Anderson to Eric Kimball to Henry Weimer. Henry Weimer to Anderson. Anderson's layup is up and no good, but he has fouled on the shot. So Anderson will go to the line, and that foul will go against Troop. So Anderson to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Brush Grocery Cart. Stop, shop, and save on all your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. You can also pay your public service bill and access Western Union. Brush Grocery Cart, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. First shot by Anderson was no good. So the Mustangs still down 5-2 early here in the first period. Second shot rims out, so neither free throw good for Wes Anderson. Now the Fort Morgan Mustangs, they're going to call a foul. It looked like it was all ball. And they're going to call a foul on Eric Kimball. Coach Unrein not real happy with the call, and I don't blame him. And we get the ball down court. It's going to be off the hand. Oh, it was off. They're going to say it's off of Wes Anderson. It looked like it was off of Galligan. But Weld Central now to inbound. They get it into Bull. Now to Arnish. Now back out to Bull. His layup is up and good by Bull. So 7-2 is for the Weld Central Rebels now as they continue their full court press. Ball down to Kimball. His pass underneath to Anderson. And Anderson's shot is up and no good. Rebound. Let's see who they call a foul on. They're going to call a foul on Anderson, his second. So T.J. Bauer into the game for Wes Anderson. Fort Morgan needs to get this under control here a little bit before it gets too far. It's only 7-2. Now they're going to call it travel on Pippin for Weld Central. So Fort Morgan to inbound. We have Joey Schneider into the game also for the Mustangs. 4:19 to go here, first period. Eric Kimball off to Joey Schneider. Schneider's shot is off the rim and no good, but he gets his own rebound and puts it in for a two-pointer. Mustangs down 3, 7-4. Got somebody down deep, and now it's going to be down court. As Galligan, he passes it back out to Bull. Bull now over to Arnish. They look to get it underneath. Now across court to Troop. Troop kicks it out to Bull. He's being guarded by Swetzik. Now underneath to Galligan. Oh, shot is going to be blocked by Joey Schneider, but Weld Central comes away with the ball. Now into the corner. Now Galligan with a shot. And it's going to be no good, but there's going to be a foul called. And that will probably go against Joey Schneider. And that's who it is against. Schneider with one, and that will send Galligan to the line to shoot 2. So Galligan's first shot is up and no good. Galligan on the year is 49% from the free throw line. Now Chris Quinn comes in for the Weld Central Rebels. I have not seen Brandon Blackston, a senior that usually starts for these guys, is not here. Now rebounded by Joey Snyder. Knocked out of his hand, out of bounds off of Pippin. So Weld Central still with full court pressure to have Joey Snyder, Tate Kimball, Tony Swetzik, TJ Bauer, and Eric Kimball into the game for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Schneider gets it into Tate Kimball. Kimball up the right side. Gets by the double team, and he takes it all the way down. His layup is going to be up and good by Tate Kimball. Coast to coast for Tate Kimball for 2. So the Mustangs down 1, 7-6. Now the layup is up and no good. Rebound is good, though, by Galligan. So 9-6 now for Weld Central as they continue the full court press. Now TJ Bauer, his shot is going to be up and no good, but he is going to be fouled by Galligan. So TJ Bauer to the line to shoot 2. Central Auto Parts, you want your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices at your local Napa store. Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Now Tola Walio comes in for Tony Swetzik. First shot by Bauer was no good. Bauer on the year is 44%. Second shot by Bauer is good. So now Fort Morgan with full court press. As Pippin gets it up to Bull. Bull stops at the three-point line. He's going to stop and pop for a 3 in and out. Rebounded, though, by number 21, and that was Zimbelman, but his shot was blocked by Joey Snyder. Fort Morgan with the ball. Swetzik now at the Bauer. Bauer for a 3, and that is up and good for TJ Bauer. Fort Morgan now leads 10-9 with 2:27 to go here. Ball is going to be tipped away from Pippin. You can tell. It's now Fort Morgan to continue with their full court pressure, as it has caused problems here for the Weld Central Rebels. Now they get it inbounds. Nice hustle there by Joey Schneider. Kicked that ball out of bounds. So the Rebels will inbounds left of their basket. As they look to get it in, they get it into Quinn. Quinn gets across court now over to Troop. And it is good for a 2 for Troop. Fort Morgan now still against the full court press. And let's see who they're going to give it to. The refs are going to discuss who that was off of. We'll see what happens here. So it will belong to Weld Central as the pass from Tolo went wide. I don't know what they were discussing. So Fort Morgan down 1, 11-10 with 1:50 to go here, first period. As Bull, nice takeaway by Eric Kimball. He gets it off to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball's layup is up and no good, but he is fouled on the play by Bull. So Tate Kimball will go to the line to shoot 2. So Tate Kimball from the free throw line this year is 66%, 53 of 80. His first shot is going to be off the back of the rim, in and out. Hit every part of the rim and then came back out. So he will get the second shot as he was fouled on the shot. So the next one is in and out also, so he misses both of his. So Bull now gets the ball across half court against Wallio. Bull goes all the way down and takes it coast to coast. So 6 points on the night for Bull, 13-10. Fort Morgan now slows it down a little bit. Eric Kimball stops and pops for a three, and that is off the rim and no good. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Bull. So Fort Morgan to retain possession. Swetzik comes back in for Fort Morgan, and Tate Kimball comes out. Minute 16 to go here, first period. Eric Kimball lines up for a three from straight away. Up and good for Eric Kimball. His first points of the night come from behind the arc. 13-13 now. Now as Reese gets it across court to Quinn. Weld Central slows it down here a little bit as Troop gets it into Zimbelman, and he kicks it back out to Reese. Now a three is going to be up and no good, rebounded by Joey Snyder. He gets it to Eric Kimball. Kimball gives it across half court, gets it over to T.J. Bauer. Right wing, T.J. Bauer now from the right elbow. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Joey Snyder, knocked out of his bounds, knocked out of bounds out of his hands by Austin Bull. Now the Weld Central Rebels make a couple of substitutions as they get Galligan back in, a 6'6 junior. Ball in and finally taken by Wallio. Kicked it to the corner, but they're going to call him for the travel before he gets the pass off. He tried to lob into the center, but there's too much height there for Fort Morgan to try to get that to work, so they get it into Quinn. Still being guarded by Fort Morgan. Now it's going to be still kept in control by Weld Central as they get it across, but it's going to be out of bounds. Nice defense here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they force another turnover. So Tate Kimball into the game for Wallio. So Joey Schneider to inbounds just left of the scorer's table mid-court. Still 13-13 with 10 seconds to go here in the first period. Tate Kimball with the ball, being guarded by Reese. His little layup is up and good. And they're going to give it to him, and he's going to be fouled on the play. And that foul will go against Galligan. That will be 2 on him. So nice take to the basket by Tate Kimball. He gets the bucket and one. So we'll see if he can sink this free throw here with 1.7 seconds to go. And that is around and out. And they're going to have a jump ball call, but that is the end of the first period. Fort Morgan Mustangs lead the Weld Central Rebels 15-13 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Fort Morgan High School, Buddy Nickel. This is Brian Nickel at the start of the second period. The Fort Morgan Mustangs are doing a good job on the boards tonight. They have out-rebounded Weld Central 10-5 so far in the first period. So nice job there by the Mustangs. Also, nice job with their full court pressure, getting some turnovers by the Rebels. So Brian Almanza now in for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Joey Schneider gets it to Tate Kimball in the left corner. Tate Kimball picks it up, gives it to Joey Schneider. He drives it left baseline. Now to Henry Weimer. Henry Weimer's shot is up and goes in for Weimer. His first two of the night. So nice hustle there by Weimer. Nice pass by Joey Schneider. Fort Morgan now up 17-13. Still with the pressure. Now Reese with the ball gives it back out to Bull. And now to Troop back out to Reese. Reese being guarded by Swetsing. Now they get across court to Bull. Out beyond the three-point circle. He drives it in, now gets it to Troop. Back to Arnish. Left wing out past the three-point line. Now gets it to Galligan as he dishes it off. Now a three from straight away is up and no good. Nice strong rebound there by Weimer. Brian Almanza to Tony Swetsik. Swetsik back out to Almanza. He gets it to Tate on the right wing. Gets it to Almanza. Still right wing. He drives it down the right baseline, and his pass underneath is intercepted by Galligan, so not a good pass there by Brian Almanza. Fort Morgan still up 17-13. Shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a foul. We'll see if it's going against Henry or if it's going to go against Joey Snyder. And that will go against Snyder. That will be 2 on Snyder. 16 fouls on Fort Morgan, 5 on Weld Central. First shot is going to be up and good by Bull. A couple of substitutions for the Weld Central Rebels. As Zimmelman comes back in and Pippin comes in for Weld Central. Fort Morgan now up by 3, 17-14. Second shot is up and no good. Rebounded, though, by Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball off to Brian Almanza. Almanza being guarded by Bull. He gets it off to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball to Tony Swetzig. Swetzig fought for a 3, and then he's going to go up for a 2, in and out. Rebound, nice strong rebound by Weimer, but he ends up losing control of it. Now I think he's going to be called for the foul. He kind of lost control there and ended up pushing. So that will be 7 team fouls on Fort Morgan. So Weld Central will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, excuse me. And that will be Troop that goes to the line. Troop on the year is 38%. He's only been there 8 times. He's 3 of 8. Troop's first shot is up and good. Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan and Brush. They have the financial solutions for you. Second shot is no good. Rebounded by Areo Conis is coming in for the Mustang as Joey Schneider comes out. Now to take Kimball on the left wing. Kimball at the left elbow, now to Brian Almanza. Now underneath, but his pass to O'Connor is over his head and out of bounds. It's now Fort Morgan still to have full court pressure. Tony Swetzig and Tate Kimball now going to be still in the back court. Now they get it up court to Bull across half court. As Bull backs it out to almost the center circle, being guarded by Almanza. Now Arnish now into the corner to Troop. Troop to Arnish. Now underneath to Zimmelman. Zimmelman's shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Tony Swetzig. Swetzig now to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball tries to... I'm going to say the foul was on the floor. And that will go against number 1, Arnish. So 16 fouls now on Weld Central. Nice job by Brian Almanza while he was in there. Now TJ Bauer gets it to Tony Swetzig. Swetzig underneath, and we're going to have a foul called out front after Tony Swetzig passes the ball off. And that will go against Bull. That will be his second. So Tony Swetzig will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So see if Tony can pick up where he left off in the first quarter. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So Tony with the first shot is up and good by Swetzig. So he will earn a second. As we have Areo Conis, TJ Bauer, Tate Kimball, Eric Kimball, and Tony Swetzig on the floor. Second shot also good by Swetzig, so his points have come from the free throw line tonight. 4 of 4. Fort Morgan now up 4 again, 19-15 with full court pressure again as they try some trapping defense here in the back court with Pippin. Now they get it up to Quinn. They do get it across half court. Quinn back out to Arnish. Arnish cross court to Troop. Now into the corner to Quinn as he throws it back out to Pippin. Pippin being guarded by Swetzig. It's going to be knocked out of bounds off of T.J. Bauer. Nice hustle there. They tried to save it. Couldn't quite come up with it. 4:48 to go in the second period. Fort Morgan up 19-15. Weld Central with possession of the ball. This possession will also go on a jump ball to Weld Central. Now Troop from the three-point line, but he does not shoot. Pulls it back down and gets it over to Pippen on the right high wing. Now Zibelman in the right corner. Gives it off to Arnish in the right corner. Arnish picks up his dribble. Now it's going to be to Troop down the lane. Up and no good. Rebounded by Eric Kimball. Kimball now to Tate Kimball with 4:17 to go. Now to T.J. Bauer. Bauer up and in from the left side. Nice job there by Bauer. 6 points on the night for T.J. Bauer. Now Troop with the ball as the Mustangs continue their full court press to get it across court to Quinn. Now it's going to be taken away finally by the Mustangs. Nice job there by Fort Morgan on the pressure defense. Tate Kimball now all the way down the right lane. Up and good for Tate Kimball. So nice job there by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. The coach for Weld Central not happy, having a discussion with the refs here. So 23-15, an 8-point lead here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, as Weld Central will take a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. 23-15, Fort Morgan on B106 and B106.com. So 23-15 here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. With 3:46 to go here in the second period. Mustangs with an 8-point lead. Nice job here on the pressure defense as Weld Central to inbounds baseline of their basket as they get it into Bull. Bull now gets it up to Arnish. Arnish comes to a jump stop, almost run over by Tate Kimball, but Kimball controls his forward progress. Now back to Arnish. Arnish now to Zimbelman. Zimbelman down the right side. His little jumper is going to be up and good by Zimbelman. His first 2 points of the night, 23-17. Now to T.J. Bauer in the right corner. He drives it into the lane. This shot is going to be up and no good. They're going to have a foul called. I believe that was going on number 20 on Troop. So that will be 2 on Troop. So T.J. Bauer to go to the line. See if they're getting on the shot. Apparently it was. And he misses the first. He will get a second. AC Ice proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado. When you need ice, don't settle for just any old frozen water. Get AC Ice. You can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. So the second shot was good by Bauer. Now Ray O'Connor comes out. Polawalio goes in for the Mustang. Now as they get the ball into Arnish, being guarded. Going to be a jump ball. Nice job there by Tate Kimball. The possession will go back to Weld Central. 3:03 to go here in the second period. Fort Morgan up 24-17. To get the ball almost taken away by Bauer. Now to Zimbelman. Zimbelman's shot is going to be up and no good, but he is going to be fouled on the shot. And that's going to go against Eric Kimball. That will be 2 on Kimball. Now, as Zimmelman will go to the line to shoot 2. His first shot bounces around and goes in. So 3 points on the night for Zimmelman. He is at 63% from the free throw line, 12 of 19. He's played in only 11 games this year. So Zimmelman with shot number 2, and it is up and in. So Fort Morgan Mustangs with a 5-point lead with 2:50 to go here. Now Nate Gertner into the lineup, and Eric Kimball has come out of the game for the Mustangs. Now Tate Kimball kicks it to Gertner into the corner. He kicks it out to Swetzik. Swetzik now to Gertner out high. TJ Bauer down the left side of the lane. Up and in on a layup from the left side for Bauer. Just kind of split the defense, and Weld Central stood there and watched him go by. Now with a 7-point lead for the Mustangs with 2:18 to go here in the first half as Harnish gets it into Zimmelman. Zimmelman's going to go up for a shot, and he's going to be fouled on the play. And that's going to go against Wallio for his first. So Zimmelman will go back to the line to shoot 2. Zimmelman is a 6'3" senior. First free throw is up and good for Zimmelman. So we have Tola Wallio, Nate Gertner, Tony Swetzik, Tate Kimball, and TJ Bauer in the game for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Up by 6 and stays at 6. Tate Kimball gets the rebound on the missed free throw by Zimmelman. Tony Swetzik drives it down the left side. Gets it into TJ Bauer. A little left-handed layup from the left side is good for Bauer. So nice assist there by Swetzik. Fort Morgan now with an 8-point lead, 28-20. Zimmelman now being guarded by Bauer. Now Troop out left by the 3-point line. Gets it across to Arnish. Arnish now gets it into Pippen. Pippen down the lane. His shot is going to be up and finally rolls in. Cheated on the rim there for just a second, then went in. Now to Gertner. Gertner picks up his dribble, gives it to Tate Kimball. Kimball now to Gertner to TJ Bauer in the corner. Bauer for a 3 off the rim, no good. Rebounded though by Pippen. Nice job there by Gertner to stop the play. Now Zimmelman blocks the shot out of bounds that Tony Swetzik had put out. It's getting kind of rough out there on the floor right now. So Swetzik inbounds baseline left of their basket. So they look to get it in. Now they get it into TJ Bauer with a 1:11 to go first half. Called an offensive foul on Tola Wallio away from the ball on the screen apparently. So now Bladen Pollitt will come into the game for the Mustangs as Tola will take a seat. So now Coach Unrein kind of explaining to him what he did wrong. Apparently he used his hands to push off, and that's what the foul was. So we're down to 1:05 to go here. First half, Fort Morgan up 6, 28-22. As Bull keeps control now, he gets it off to Arnish, now to Troop. Troop takes a dribble, now hands it back off to Bull. Bull for a 3, and that is up and good by Bull. So 3-point lead here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Pass is going to be missed and tipped out of bounds off of Nate Gertner on a pass from TJ Bauer. Now Galligan comes in for Zimmelman for Weld Central. So Bladen Pollitt, TJ Bauer, Tate Kimball, Nate Gertner, and Tony Swetzik into the game for the Mustangs with 38 seconds and counting their first half now as Pippen looks to get it in, and he gets it into Galligan. He is going to be fouled. And that's going to go against Pollitt, so that will be his first. So Galligan will go to the line to shoot 2 as Fort Morgan has committed 10 team fouls to 8 for the Weld Central Rebels. First free throw is up, bounces around, and goes in for Galligan. His third point of the night. Now only a 2-point lead here for the Mustangs. 28-26 with 32.2 seconds to go. And Galligan at the free throw line to shoot foul shot number 2. That is off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Nate Gertner as he gets it off to Tate Kimball. So 2-point lead here for the Mustangs with 25 seconds to go in the first half. TJ Bauer tried to drive it down the right side, and he is going to be fouled on the drive. And that is going to go against Wang. So TJ Bauer to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, where he is 2 of 4 so far from the free throw line tonight. So TJ Bauer needs to get a couple of free throws here to close out the end of this first half. And the first shot is up and good by Bauer. So he will earn a second. TJ at the line now 29-26. Second shot is up and good also by Bauer. Nice quarter here for TJ Bauer. 9 points in the quarter for Bauer. 19 seconds and counting here first half as Bull brings the ball across half court, being guarded by Tate Kimball. Now 13-12, down to 10. As Troop looks out against Bauer, now cross court. Now they're going to have a foul called on Fort Morgan away from the ball. They're going to call that on Pollitt. He was called for a push. That will send Galligan to the line to shoot 2 more. So Galligan with shot number 1 is up and good. Galligan is a 49% free throw shooter from the free throw line. Galligan 4 points on the night, 2 on a basket, and 2 from the free throw line. That one up and no good. Rebounded by Pollitt. Fort Morgan now with 2 seconds. Tate Kimball, shot is up and no good. They're going to call it. Oh, they're going to give the foul to Lang. That would be 3 on Lang as Tate Kimball goes up for the layup. They're going to call a blocking foul, so Tate Kimball will go to the line with no time left on the clock to put a couple of points up. So nice hustle by Tate Kimball to get the ball down court. Now the coach from Weld Central still has a few questions. First shot is good by Tate Kimball. Shot number 2 coming up for Kimball. And that is in and out and no good. So at the end of the first half, the Fort Morgan Mustangs lead the Weld Central Rebels 31-27 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Fort Morgan High School with Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel at halftime of the boys' game. Earlier, the girls fell to the Weld Central Lady Rebels 53-29. The Fort Morgan boys here lead at halftime 31-27. A couple of kids that I haven't seen play for the Weld Central Rebels tonight. I don't know if they're injured or just not playing anymore. Brandon Blackston, he had played 19 games. He had 201 points so far this season. He was averaging 10.6, and he is not anywhere to be seen. And another kid is Maniscalco. He averages 15.6 points a game. I believe he did play earlier when Fort Morgan was at Weld Central. So a couple of notable no-shows here for the Weld Central Rebels. Bull is averaging 11.3. Galligan is averaging 10.3. So far tonight, Galligan has 4 points. Bull has 10. So Bull is well on course for his average tonight. As far as the Mustang are concerned, TJ Bauer leads the night with 13 points. And on the year, Bauer is averaging, let's see what he's averaging here. He has 97 points on the season. His average this year for the Mustangs is at 4.9 points per game, so he's well over his averages. He sits at 13 points here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs tonight. The Mustangs just need to be able to hit some more free throws. They were up 8 at one time here, and now only up by 4. So now the Fort Morgan Mustangs in control of the ball. As Henry Weimer, they're going to call a jump ball, so that will go over to the Weld Central Rebels. To receive scoring updates at the end of each quarter, follow us on Twitter at B106 and turn on mobile notifications. So full court pressure here by the Mustangs again to start off the second half. As Arnish gets the ball up across half court, picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Lang. Now underneath. It's going to be up and good by Galligan for the first 2 points here of the third period. Now Tate Kimball gets the ball to Wes Anderson. Now cross court to Kimball. Henry Weimer. His little layup or little hook shot is up and good for Weimer. So 4 points on the night for Weimer. Now the Mustangs go with their pressure defense. As Lang tries to give it up across half court, he was called for the travel, so there's a turnover on the Weld Central Rebels on the second possession here from the pressure defense. So Fort Morgan up 33-29 here early in the third period. As Tate Kimball now gets it off to Tony Swetzik. Swetzik gets it underneath to Weimer. Weimer goes up for the shot, and up and off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded, finally taken by Tony Swetzik. Swetzik controls it now to Eric Kimball out on the left. He drives it into the lane. Kicks it. It's going to be a pass underneath, but he ends up getting it back as it was knocked around. Now Tony Swetzik for a three from deep off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded and finally taken by Eric Kimball. Now to Tate Kimball. Eric Kimball drives down the right side. Now to Tate Kimball. Tony Swetzik out high drives it down the left side. He gets it off to Tate Kimball. Kimball drives it down the right side. His shot is going to be up and no good. But rebounded by Anderson. His shot is no good. Now they're going to call a foul on the rebound. So Fort Morgan, they're going to call that on Henry Weimer. That'll be his first team foul for the Mustangs. So now Joey Schneider to come in for Coach Unrun off the bench, and Henry Weimer to take a seat. Fort Morgan up 4, 33-29. As Bull tries to get it across half court and does against Tate Kimball. Now being guarded by, going to be a jump ball called. Nice reach in there by Eric Kimball. So possession back to the Mustangs. Ball into Tate Kimball. 5:52 to go, third period, 33-29, Fort Morgan. Eric Kimball fakes the three, now drives it out. Gets it to Joey Schneider, give and go. Schneider up and in. Nice pass from Wes Anderson. Schneider with 4 points on the night, 35-29. Now as Troop gets it on a pass down court. And Bull, his shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded though by Quinn. Quinn's shot is no good. Rebounded by Quinn again. His shot this time is going to go. So the first points of the night by Quinn. So Tony Swetzik can get the ball up court and gets it to Tate Kimball. Now to Eric Kimball, left side. He drives it all the way down and misses it, but shot is up and finally rebounded and taken control by the Fort Morgan Mustang. We're going to slow it down here a little bit to Eric Kimball on the right wing. Eric Kimball to Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson is off of Galligan's foot and out of bounds. Swetsik the inbounds right baseline. They get it into Wes Anderson. Anderson's shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a blocking foul, and that will go against Galligan. That will be 3 on Galligan. So Wes Anderson will go to the line to shoot 2. First time he was there in the second period, he missed both free throws. We'll see if he can connect here. He's usually pretty good from the free throw line, and that was a lot better. He made that one. So Fort Morgan up 5, 36-31. Wes Anderson 78% from the free throw line. As Zimbelman comes in for Weld Central. Second shot is also up and good. So first 2 points on the night for Anderson. Now as Fort Morgan with the full court pressure again. As Quinn gets it off to Arnish. Arnish back to Quinn. Quinn being double teamed in the back court. Now they're going to have another jump ball tie up by Eric Kimball, but possession will stay with the Weld Central Rebels. Fort Morgan up 6, 37-31 with 4:41 to go, third period. So they get it into Arnish back court. Now it's the Troop just across half court. Now they're going to have the over and back, and Troop gives it off to Arnish, but Arnish have not established front court possession yet. So now the Weld Central Rebels are going to call a timeout. And it looks like it will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here. Fort Morgan leading 37-31 with 4:37 to go in the third period. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery offering cookies, muffins, and sweetbreads made fresh daily. Pair with your favorite coffee, lattes, or smoothies flavors, and you are set. Open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday 7 until 4. Stop by and see them at 921 Edison Street in Brush. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs with possession here after the turnover, so they get it into Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball back to Joey Schneider. Schneider to Eric Kimball in the left corner. Back to Joey Schneider in the corner, and he drives it down. He was going to go up for the stuff on that one, and he was fouled on the play. Driving the left baseline. I wasn't sure if that was a 21. If they called that on, that is on Zimbelman. That will be his first. So Joey Schneider to go to the line to shoot free throws. His first 2 of the night. First one is up and good for Schneider. Schneider connects on his first one. So he has 5 points on the night. Joey Schneider with his second free throw off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Zimbelman. Zimbelman now off to Bull, being double teamed again. Now Weld Central with the ball up court. Now to Trupa in the left corner. Kicks it back out to Bull. Bull being guarded by Tate Kimball. Fort Morgan up 7, 38-31. 4:05 to go in the third period. Almost tipped away by Eric Kimball. Now Arnish into the corner to Quinn. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded, taken away by Quinn. Now it's off of Tate Kimball and out of bounds. So Weld Central inbounds in front of their bench as they get it in to Bull as he picks up his dribble. Now they get it off to Troop on the left wing. Try some cutters now to Zimbelman. Now they're going to have a foul called away from the ball. Let's see who that goes on. I'm going to say Joey Schneider with the foul. That's 3 on Schneider. So looking to get the ball in. They get it into Bull in the corner. Bull backs it out. Keeps the dribble alive, though. Long 3 is up and good by Bull. 13 points on the night by Bull, 38-34. Now the pass down court was taken away temporarily. Now Eric Kimball from the left side. His shot is up and no good. Gets his own rebound, though. Now pass back out and controlled by T.J. Bauer. Now to Joey Schneider, to Eric Kimball. Kind of a helter-skelter here for the Mustangs. Now cross court to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball for a 2 from the left side, up and no good. Rebound is up and no good by Joey Schneider. Rebounded by Troop of Weld Central. As Bull now gets the ball across half court. Drives it down left elbow. Now to Troop. Gets it over to Quinn. Quinn picks up his dribble. Gives it back to Arnish. Arnish picks up his dribble. The ball is taken away momentarily, but retained by Weld Central. Brian Almanza coming to the scorer's table, getting ready to check in for the Mustangs. Now is Weld Central. Bull for another 3 is off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Quinn. Now a straightaway 3 by Arnish is no good. Rebounded finally by Joey Schneider. Now to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball drives it down the lane. His to Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson goes up for the shot and misses it, but he is fouled on going to be on the floor. And that foul will go against Arnish. So Henry Weimer and Brian Almanza comes in for Joey Schneider and Eric Kimball. So TJ Bauer to inbounds baseline left of the Fort Morgan basket to get it into Brian Almanza with 2:17 to go, third period. Get it back out to Tate Kimball. Fort Morgan up 38-34. Almanza to TJ Bauer. Bauer tries to drive it left baseline. It's cut off there by Bull. Now back to Wes Anderson out high to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball, right wing, tries to drive, and he drives it down. His layup is going to be up and good. And one for Tate Kimball. And that foul is going to go against, see who they put that on. They put that on Pippen. That will be his first. So Tate Kimball to the line to shoot the and one after the shot. And that should be everybody standing around like they don't know what they're doing, but they'll get it straight here now. He did get the 2 and got the free throw, so it is 41-34 in favor of the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 1:57 to go. Third period. Now as Pippen looks to get it across half court and does. Picks up his dribble, being guarded by Tate Kimball. Nice job. Oh, nice defense taken away by Kimball on the pass. Kimball's shot is up and no good. Looked like they should have called a foul and nothing called. So now Quinn gets it down court, keeps his dribble alive, being guarded by Almanza. So they look to get it underneath the Zimmerman. Passes back out to Bull. Wallio getting ready to check in. Should be a travel, and it was a travel called against Bull of Weld Central. So Wallio in for Wes Anderson, and Eric Kimball comes back in for Tate Kimball. Henry Weimer also into the game along with TJ Bauer and Brian Almanza. Now full court pressure by the Weld Central Rebels. They get it back into Wallio. Wallio back to Eric Kimball. Minute 18 to go. Eric Kimball. They get it over to Brian Almanza now. Brian Almanza back out to Wallio, over to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball for a 3 off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded and shot up by TJ Bauer, and he is knocked to the floor on the shot by Troop. That will be 3 on Troop. So TJ Bauer will go to the line for his first 2 points here in the second half. Bauer had 13 in the first half. 4 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half. So TJ Bauer, first shot is up and good. 42-34, 8-point lead here again by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. I believe that's the biggest lead, ties the biggest lead of the night for the Mustangs. So Bauer with the second shot, that is the biggest lead of the night for the Mustangs at 9, 43-34 with a minute 3 to go. As the Mustangs put on full court pressure again, being guarded in the backcourt by Kimball. Knocked out of bounds by Eric Kimball, according to the ref on the far side. So nice pressure defense again here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 55.4 seconds to go as they get it back in the backcourt to Pippen. Pippen being guarded by Almanza. Stood there. They finally got it across half court. Now Pippen kicks it off to Quinn. Quinn being guarded by Wallio. 42 seconds to go, third period. Fort Morgan up 9, 43-34. Zimmelman now out high, being guarded by Weimer. Gets it off to Troop. Troop being guarded by T.J. Bauer. Now off to Pippin. To Pippin. Now to Zimmelman. Zimmelman's shot is going to be no good, but they're going to call a push on Henry Weimer. That will be 4 on Henry. And that will send Zimmelman to the line to shoot 2, where he is 3 of 4 so far on the night. 43-34, 26.2 seconds to go here in the third period. Fort Morgan leading. Zimmelman with his first free throws in and out. So now Ray O'Connor's in for Henry Weimer. Troop goes out and Reese comes in for Weld Central. So Zimmelman, that next shot is in and out. Also rebounded by Eric Kimball. He gets it off to Almanza. Almanza gets it across half court. He gets it over to Eric Kimball with 15 seconds. Eric Kimball backs it back out to Almanza with 13 seconds. Now back to Eric Kimball with 10 seconds to go, third period. Fort Morgan up 43-34. 6 seconds to go, now down to 5. Eric Kimball up, the shot is up and no good. Could have called a foul there and nothing called. Rebounded by the Weld Central Rebels, and the last second shot is up and no good. So at the end of 3, the Fort Morgan Mustangs up 9, 43-34 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Fort Morgan High School, Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel with the Fort Morgan Mustangs are up 9, 43-34 to start the fourth period against the Weld Central Rebels. Fort Morgan will have first possession here in the fourth period. As Tony Swetzik gets it into Tate Kimball, now up to Joey Schneider. Schneider to Eric Kimball, left corner. He dribbles out left wing, now to Joey Schneider. To Wes Anderson, now to Eric Kimball, drives it down the lane. His shot is going to be up, and they're going to give it to him, and a foul. And that is going to go against Troop, his 4th. So Eric Kimball, only with his 5th point of the night, but he will go to the line to shoot 1. Fort Morgan now up 11, and now make it 12. Fort Morgan up 46-34, full court pressure again by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Eric Kimball and Tate Kimball doubling up in the back court. As Arnish looks to get it across and cannot. Bull still has a nice defense. They had the 10-second call as Weld Central could not get the ball across half court. Nice tandem defense there by the Kimball brothers. Caused that turnover. Fort Morgan up 46-34. Now as Eric Kimball kicks it off to Joey Schneider. Joey Schneider tries to go to the left baseline. He is cut off there. Now Eric Kimball up for the shot, and it is good again by Eric Kimball, and he is fouled again. Nice job by Eric Kimball. And that is going to go against Troop again. No, that's going to go against, they put that on, they're going to put that on Bull. That will be his 3rd. So Eric Kimball to the line. Shoot another free throw, and that one is up and good by Kimball. So 6 quick points here for Eric Kimball here to start out. Now he steals the ball, now gets it off to Tony Swetzik. Swetzik layup is up and good. And that's going to force the Weld Central Rebels to call a timeout with 7:13 to go here in the fourth period. The Fort Morgan Mustangs up 51-34. And we're going to take a timeout here on B106 and B106.com. 51-34 here at Fort Morgan High School. The ref has already put the ball down for play. He's already up to 3 count. Now, Weld Central does get the ball in court as Bull goes up court, and they're going to call a push foul. Let's see who that goes on. It's going to go against Tate Kimball. That is only his 1st. 4th team foul on the Mustangs here in the second half. Weld Central now with the ball in court. Fort Morgan up 51-34 with 7 minutes to go, fourth period. As Arnish has it now gets it over to Troop. Troop now to Pippin. Pippin now to Galligan as now a long 3 is up and no good by Bull. But rebounded, and the pass underneath to Pippin is lost out of bounds. So Fort Morgan to take over after that turnover. Now as Tate Kimball looks to get the ball at court, it's going to be knocked away by Weld Central. And I think Arnish took the brunt of that and ended up running into somebody there. And checking himself there around the throat and the head. And he says he's okay. So 6:42 to go here in the game. Fort Morgan up 51-34 as they get it into Joey Snyder. Now to Tony Swetzik. Now cross court to Tate Kimball. Down court to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball now out to Joey Snyder. Snyder now long three up by Swetzik is no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Galligan. Now he gets it off to Bull. Bull now to Troop. Troop back to Bull. Bull didn't pull the trigger on that one. As he goes down the lane, that shot is going to be up and good by Bull. And they're going to have a foul called on Tony Swetzik. So that's only Tony's first. That will send Bull to the line to shoot the and one. As Bull is 74% from the free throw line this year. That is up and rims all the way by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Wes Anderson with it cross court to Joey Snyder. Snyder now to Eric Kimball. Gets it out to Tate Kimball over to Bauer. Bauer back to Kimball as they're running some time off the clock here. 5:53 and counting. Now Tate Kimball gets it off to TJ Bauer. Bauer drives it into the lane. Kicks it out to Joey Snyder, left corner. Back out to Bauer. Now over to Kimball. Over to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball back to Tate Kimball. 5:37 to go. Tate Kimball drives it in. Shot is going to be up and no good, but he is going to be fouled on the play, so Tate Kimball will go to the line to shoot two. And that will go on Troop, and if that's Troop, that is 5 on Troop, and it is. So he is fouled out tonight with 5:34 to go here in the fourth period. So now Reese comes in for Troop. Yes, Tate Kimball will go back to the line to shoot two. He is 2 of 6 from the free throw line. He has hit his last one in the third period. So this shot is up and good by Tate Kimball. So 52-37 with 5:34 to go here in the fourth period. Next shot is off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Galligan. He double teamed. Now he gets it out to Bull. Bull gets it across half court. Kicks it off into the corner to Arnish. Arnish is up and no good. Rebounded. Now they're going to have a push foul on Areo Conis. They could have easily called a over-the-back call on Weld Central, but did not. So they're going to give that one to O'Ray, his first. Now as Galligan looks to inbounds, gets it into Reese. Reese back to Pippin, now back under to Galligan. Galligan's little left-handed hook is up and good. Fort Morgan up 13, 52-39 against Joey Snyder. Now to Tate Kimball as he gets it across. Up in control in the front court. Now over to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball drives it down all the way, and his layup is good from the right side to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball has come alive here in the second half. He only had 3 at the start of the fourth period, at halftime. He now has 8 in the fourth period. And now that should have been off of, I thought Areo Conis, the kid from Weld Central, was standing out of bounds. I thought he hit it, but he must have avoided it. So now Galligan from the left side, shot up and no good, rebounded by Joey Snyder. Snyder being double teamed, now gets it to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball, now they're going to have a foul called on Bull in the corner. That will be 4 on Bull. And that will send Eric Kimball to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So Eric Kimball to shoot 1-and-1. Now the coach from Weld Central has a little discussion with the ref. Apparently happy with what he heard from the ref and goes back to the bench. Fort Morgan up 15, 54-39. Eric Kimball, first free throw is up and good. So he will earn a second. As we have Joey Schneider, Oreo Canas, Eric Kimball, Tate Kimball, and TJ Bauer in the game for the Mustangs. Second shot is off the back rim, no good, but Eric Kimball gets his own rebound, misses the shot, and fought for underneath. And now they're going to have a foul call, looks like maybe on TJ Bauer. I believe that was on Bauer, so that will be his first. Well, they called it on Eric Kimball. Okay, sorry, that'll be 3 on Kimball. Bauer was not hit with the foul on that one. The Fort Morgan Mustangs are going to call a 30-second timeout here. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Early Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East. So here in the fourth period, the Mustangs are outscoring the Weld Central Rebels. Let's add it up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 to 5 here in the fourth period to break this open here a little bit. 55 to 39 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs, if they don't have a complete collapse here, should end up the night at 5-5 in league and put Weld Central at 2-9. So going to the line to shoot for Weld Central is Arnish, and Fort Morgan has committed their 7th team foul. So Arnish has not scored yet tonight. This is his first trip to the free throw line. So Arnish from the line, let's see if he makes his first one. It is up and good, so he will earn a second. Arnish on the year is 64% from the free throw line. Now a 15-point lead for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, 55 to 40. Next free throw is up and also good by Arnish. 2 points on the night for Arnish as they now put on the full court press as they get it to Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson back to Tate Kimball. Kimball to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball back to Tate. Now to Wes Anderson underneath to Joey Schneider on the reverse layup. Up and good by Schneider. Give and go again by Wes Anderson to Joey Schneider. 57-41, 4:06 to go. Shot is going to be up and no good by Bull. They're going to have a tied up possession after the rebound, so that possession will go to Weld Central. As Galligan to inbounds right baseline, they get it into Arnish. Arnish out to Pippin. Pippin back to Galligan. Galligan goes up and off the glass for Galligan for 2. And now Weld Central will call another timeout here, another 30-second timeout. This one, though, taken by the Weld Central Rebels. Some of our sponsors here, these sponsors that we read off and that you hear during the ads, when you stop in to see these people, do business with them, tell them how much you appreciate their support of Fort Morgan Athletics. Colorado Plains Medical Center, accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night. When they do, every second counts. As a Level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center is ready to handle any type of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center, where expertise matters. Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan. With locations in Fort Morgan and Brush, they have the financial solutions for you. Now Fort Morgan inbounds far into the court. They get it into Tate Kimball. Now back to Joey Schneider. Schneider gets it up to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball now to Wes Anderson. Front court back to Tate Kimball with 3:45 to go, 57-43. Wes Anderson out left high, gets it out back to Eric Kimball. Kimball back to Tate Kimball as he's being guarded by Pippin. To Joey Schneider. Kicks it out to TJ Bauer from a 3 from the left side, and that is up and good by Bauer for a 3. 60-43, 3:25 to go here in the fourth period. Fort Morgan on their way to a 5th win in league. Now tipped away, but taken by Galligan. Galligan's little jumper is up and good from the right side. So 6 points here in the fourth period for Galligan. Now Eric Kimball passes it over to Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson across court to Tate Kimball in the front court. 3 minutes to go here. Fort Morgan now up 15, 60-45. Eric Kimball drives it all the way down, and he is fouled on the play. Going to the line. Finally, one of the refs had the guts to blow the whistle. And that is going to go against Pippin, his second. So 10 team fouls. So Eric Kimball will go to the line to shoot 2 more. First shot is up and off the left side of the rim and no good. Wallio was going to come in. He's going to come in for Eric Kimball, apparently. Ray O'Connor comes in for Wes Anderson. 2:51 to go here in the fourth period. Next shot is up and good by Eric Kimball. So nice fourth period here for Eric Kimball. 10 points in the quarter for Kimball. Now Arnie inbounds. He gets it into Bull. Being guarded by Tate Kimball. Full court pressure. Gets it across half court. Loses control of it for a minute and then goes back and picks it up. And now Bull is shot from the left side up and no good. Rebounded by Joey Schneider. Nice defensive positioning by Schneider. Now to T.J. Bauer to Wallio. Wallio is going to be up. Shot is good and foul for Tola Wallio. 63-45, 18-point lead here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 2:29 to go in the game as Wallio will go to the line to shoot 1. So nice assist there by T.J. Bauer as he had a layup, but he saw Wallio coming in from the left side and gave it up to Wallio. And his free throw is off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Ray O'Connor. O'Connor's shot is up and good on the putback. So Ray O'Connor on the board tonight with 2. 20-point lead now for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 65-45 with 2:15 to go. And now with Quinn, gets it off to Pippin. Pippin into Zimbelman. They're going to call him for the travel. And it looks like we're going to have 3 of the seniors come back into the game, and then I think they're going to take them out one by one, I believe is what I saw, so they could get a... This will be the last home game if they don't get a playoff game here for the seniors tonight, as they will be at Vista Peak and then at Skyview. So Wes Anderson with the ball into Wallio. Wallio gets it down court to Ray O'Connor. So Ray O'Connor's up for the layup. Up and good for Ray. Nice layup there by Ray O'Connor. 67-45. 22-point lead for the Mustangs. Now as Quinn tries a 3, up and no good. Gets his own rebound. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Weimer. And they're going to call a foul. Who they call that on? They call it on Wes Anderson. They called it on Anderson. I didn't think Anderson was even in the play. But Anderson was his 13th foul, but Anderson's going to come out for a nice ovation here from the home team, from the home crowd. So I know they're going to try to do the same for O'Connor and Swetzik and Weimer as Pollitt has come into the game. Fort Morgan up 22, 67-45. Zimbelman misses the shot and rebounded by O'Connor. Pass is going to be, couldn't quite stop his momentum. Tola Wallio, the pass from Bladen Pollitt was too far out of the reach. Now Brian Almanza comes in for Tony Swetzik. So a nice hand here for Tony Swetzik as he comes out possibly for the last time here at Fort Morgan High School. So now they're going to try to get Henry Weimer and Ray O'Connor the same treatment here shortly now as Quinn kicks it out to Reese. Minute 18 to go. Nate Gertner getting ready to come into the game. Shot is up and no good, but there's going to be a foul on the play. And that's going to go against Wallio. That will be 3 on Wallio, as that will send, it says it's Manikowsko, but I am not sure that that is him. Manikowsko isn't on anymore. Henry Weimer comes out. We're going to put it as Manikowsko. Let's see if we can figure out who the second shot is also good. So Brian Almanza with the ball up court. Oh, he's going to call an offensive foul on Almanza. His first. I'm trying to figure out who number 44 is here for. I believe that's going to be Jordan Campbell is who 44 is now for Weld Central. Now Tola Wallio comes out as Eric Kimball goes in. Nice hand here for Tola. 1:04 to go. Fort Morgan up 20, 67-47. Now as Reese has it, kicks it out for a 3, is up and no good over the rim. And that was by Lang. It's now Ray O'Connor to come out. Nice hand for Ray O'Connor. Another senior here on the Fort Morgan Mustangs. He gets high fives as the other seniors did from the coaches and the rest of the team on the sidelines here. So Fort Morgan up 20 with 45 seconds to go here. Eric Kimball to T.J. Bauer to Nate Gertner. Gertner to Brian Almanza. Almanza picks up his dribble, gives it to Pollock, who is into the game. Pollock's going to have the ball stolen away from him by Quinn. Quinn backs it out, keeps the dribble alive. Now he's going to stop and pop for a 3 off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Reese. Reese turns around for a 2, bounces around and no good. Rebounded by Zimbelman. Zimbelman's shot is up and good for a 2, 67-49 with 15 seconds to go here. Now a silly foul in the backcourt by Lang. That will be 4 on Lang with 12.5 seconds to go. So finally a nice large win here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs over the Weld Central Rebels. First 2 were scored by a score of 6 points, and then also I believe by 5 in the last one. So Brian Almanza with the free throw is up and good. Brian Almanza's first point of the night comes from the free throw line. He is standing there with the ball ready for his second shot. Make this a 20, and shoots an air ball on the second shot. No better time to shoot an air ball than when you're up by 19. So Weld Central get the ball up court, finally pick it up in the front court. Reese to Quinn, 8 seconds. Now back to Lang. Lang's going to try a 3, and that is off the rim and no good over the back of the backboard, and that is considered out of bounds. So now Weld Central still with full court pressure here as they get it into Brian Almanza. Almanza at the end of the game. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs come away with a big victory here, 68-49 over the Weld Central Rebels on B106 and B106.com. The Mustang postgame show is brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is a tough part nowadays. But when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust to get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. So a nice win here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, 68-49 win over the Weld Central Rebels. That will put the Fort Morgan Mustangs now at 5-5 in league. They will play at Vista Peak tomorrow night, who is 10-0, and then finish up the season Thursday against Skyview, who is 3-7. And Fort Morgan with a victory over Skyview, I believe, by 4 earlier in the season. So scoring tonight for the Weld Central Rebels is Arnish with 2, Quinn with 2, Bull with 16, Pippin with 2, Troop with 6, Zimbelman with 7, Galligan with 12, and that is not Maniscalco. That is going to be Jordan Campbell with 2. I don't believe Maniscalco is on the team right now. So for the 49 for Weld Central. For the Fort Morgan Mustangs, leading the way tonight was T.J. Bauer with 18, Wallio with 2, Tony Swetzik with 6, Tate Kimball with 13, Aurelio Canas with 4, Brian Almanza with 1, Joey Schneider with 7, Wes Anderson with 2, Eric Kimball with 13, and Henry Weimer finishes the night with 2 points. As far as turnovers are concerned, we have unofficially the Fort Morgan Mustangs with 10 turnovers, the Weld Central Rebels with 12. As far as rebounds go, the Mustangs got rebounded Weld Central 27-16. So a nice job on the board by the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they win this one tonight, 68-49, and should have that number 3 seed, I would believe, locked up. I don't believe they still need to win the Skyview game, but you go into the state tournament on a positive note. You want to win that game. It's going to be on the road in a game that is very winnable for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So once again, the Fort Morgan Mustang boys win 68-49. Eric Kimball came alive in the 4th period as he only had 3 at halftime, ended the night with 13, so he had 10 points in the 4th period. T.J. Bauer, another good night with 18 points, 13 at half, had 5 in the second half. So nice job by the Fort Morgan Mustangs in their big win tonight. And we'll see what they can do tomorrow night as they will play at Vista Peak at 7 o'clock. We will be there for that game. The girls will play at 5:30 at Vista Peak. We will also be there for that game. So we will talk to everybody then. To close out this broadcast tonight, the sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball has been Braden Godin. For Claudia Nickel, this is Brian Nickel. Once again, the 2 scores tonight. The girls go down in defeat to 53-29. The boys win big, 68-49. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.